at all. They trying to treat this thing. It's just like a check engine light on in your car. All they're doing is the man said, man, you go in there and put a code in there, you can take that light off. But the problem's still there, man. Just like you taking this medicine, the problem's still there. You might take it down a little bit, but it's gonna go right back up. High blood pressure, might take the sugar down a minute, gonna go right back up. But you can use stuff of herbal medicine to help this body. Because he said these physicians were taken. These ain't the physician of God. These are the gifts that God gave us to run it by. Gifts on the ship, which are Israelites who had this information. Go ahead.
27. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment.
Yes, sir.
For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up.
She was healed immediately. Go ahead.
And she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague.
See, she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. But what I want you to see right here is, you can have miraculous healing. Don't get me wrong. You can have miraculous healing. But I want you to see right here, the physician was taking all her money. And she was worse, the book said, right? Worse, grew worse. But the physician of God, he's not going to take no money. He's going to heal you for free. You got so many countries out here who are giving free health care. You got Australia, you got Canada, you got France, free health care. But over here, you will lose your house trying to pay for this stuff. Man, these joke kids, man, we had for some insurance one time, boy. It's about $1,500 a month. Or $1,200 a month, something like that. For 2 people. It's crazy. But I just wanted you to see that right now. You got some more of that?
Do all the way 34.
We'll skip that. Good. Good. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10. Let me show you what the physician God folks is supposed to do. We ain't out here to take your money. We trying to show you in the book how to heal yourself. These were the gifts on the ship. And what do most people argue about today? Healthcare, insurance. Hey, it's the health plan right here. These are the gifts on the ship that God gave to his people. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. This is black history. Learn about your history. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. Let's see how the physician of God operates. Go ahead.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Now Jesus telling the disciples, look, go to Israel, teach them first. Not in the Samaritan, which are the Gentiles or the white folk. Don't teach them. Go to your people and teach them what to do. That's what we're doing today. Go ahead.
6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
We are the Israelites. Go ahead.
And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yes, sir. But let's see our job. What we supposed to be doing. Go ahead.
Heal the sick.
Wait a minute. He said, heal the sick. How do you heal the sick? Some, you can lay your hands on healing. Some, they give them instructions for what to live the law. You saw leprosy, what do? You tell them quarantine themselves. Same thing. They're going to say it right here. Go ahead.
Cleanse the lepers.
Cleanse the leper. How do you cleanse the leper? You go back to the law and see how you quarantine it, looking for the hair, yellow hair or black hair. This is how you do it. Go ahead.
Raise the dead. Cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
No, I got to pay you some money for healing me.
Freely.
He said freely. Freely. This is what you're supposed to be doing as a physician of God. Show people how to heal themselves. That's the gift of this book. Keep going.
9. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses.
He said, don't take no bread with you. Believe me, you heal these people, they're going to give you everything. They're going to take care of you. Go ahead.
Nor scrip for your journey. Neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat.
The workman is worthy of his meat. They're going to take care of you. Or they might have some jobs to do right there. You're going to work for your money. Not like these preachers. Come and bring them $1,000. I hear you. Sold all this money to you. I hear it. And these folk die. Because they feeding them. Ain't nobody touched the Levitical law. They ain't going back to this book. They started just talking to people, telling them, I heal you for $1,000. Sow more seed for your healing and all this stuff. This stuff right here is drying us up as a nation.
Amen.
Drying us up. You finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep moving. We dealing with the physician. We find out what we're supposed to do with sickness and disease and how to identify it. We find out, do we supposed to charge people for healing them? No. Take them to the book. Take them to the book. This is the medicine. Now let's deal with the architects and the engineers. Let's go to Exodus chapter 31. God put something in us all. You just got to look for your gift. It's in there. I can't tell you what it is. I just want most people to understand that we have a more richer history. More richer history than we think. When we got on those slave ships, man, them folk got us steal with our information. They got it all. Inventions, everything. Architects, engineers, scientists. We were scientists too. We'll show you that. Exodus chapter 31 and verse 1. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezaleel,
Yes, sir.
the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah.
So we're dealing with Judah now. What did God put into Judah? Go ahead.
And I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship.
So he got all manner of workmanship, wisdom, knowledge of all manner of workmanship. That means that you got some information. What is that information? Go ahead.
Verse 4, to devise cunning works,
Yes, sir.
to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass.
See, this is what you do with this gold and silver. You're going to make sure you like a blacksmith or an engineer or building stuff. He put this in this tribe of Judah. Go ahead.
5, and in cutting of stones, to
Cutting what?
cutting of stones,
That's what he did. This is what he's talking about. Engineering, architecture. Go ahead.
to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship.
So you want to know who built the pyramids over there? Our people. We did. Not no Africans. Israelites built that. But why? Because we had the knowledge. God gave it to us only. Go ahead.
And I, behold, I have given with him Aholiab, the son of Ahisamach,
Yes, sir.
of the tribe of Dan.
Yes,
and in
sir.
the hearts of all that are wise-hearted, I have put wisdom.
Put what?
Wisdom.
He put it in your mind.
Amen.
Or he had people to teaching you this. This is the gifts that we had in us. Because we're going to find out God dealt with no other nation. He gave no other nation this information but us. And how they got it? They had to learn it from us. Go ahead.
Middle of 6. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted, I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee.
Make. You got to make something. He just told you he gave you devise cunning works, cutting of stone. How do you come up with all these different type of carvings? Israel did all this stuff. How they made the Sphinx over there in Egypt. How they carved all those paintings on the wall of King Tut wall, them hieroglyphics. We taught them. How I know that? Because God gave it to us first. The gifts on the ship. Go ahead.
7. The tabernacle of the congregation, and the ark of the testimony, and the mercy seat that is thereupon, and all the furniture of the tabernacle.
So he said, I gave you all the wisdom, all the knowledge to make it the ark of the covenant. The mercy seat. What God communed with us, what God communed with Moses. Face to face, he came down and sat on that mercy seat like a box like that. And had the carving of 2 angels on top, and had the mercy seat in the middle, was symbolic of God and them angels following him. Gave it to us. Architects. Go ahead.
8. And the table and his furniture, and the pure candlestick with all his furniture, and the altar of incense.
He gave us how to make furniture. Go ahead.
And the altar of burnt offering with all his furniture and the labor of his foot.
I ain't hear about none of this stuff back in the day. But us. Go ahead.
And the clothes of service and the holy garments for Aaron the priest and the garments of his sons to minister in the priest's office.
So he made us, what they call them? We were tailor-made. They made suits. The priesthood, we talked about the priesthood and what they wore. They had to make that by hand. Go ahead.
And the anointing oil and sweet incense for the holy place.
Yes, sir.
According to all that I have commanded thee shall they do.
So where do they get their knowledge for to build this stuff? From the Lord. Architects. Engineers. Let's go to Exodus chapter 1. I spoke about pyramids. Y'all don't believe me. We built those pyramids over there because we was in slavery. It's the gifts that was on them ships, man. And they came over here in America and did the same thing. Who you think that built the White House? Israel, the black man designed it and built it. You got to do a little history. These folks right here, you take black folks out of America, it will go down. With all our inventions, it will go down. They'll be what they were back in the day. What was that? Cavemen and women. They had to learn this from us. They don't want to hear about this. I'm pumping my people up. Let's see who built these pyramids. Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel,
Yes, sir.
which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob.
So this Jacob and the names of those 12 sons he had. Go ahead.
Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls.
Go ahead.
For Joseph was in Egypt already.
See, Joseph was in Egypt already because he was enslaved for 13 years. And he had, after them 13 years, Pharaoh called him up to the house and interpreted a dream. And he became second ruler. Put him in charge of Israelite.
Amen.
Why? Because he had great knowledge. Where did he get the knowledge from?
The Lord.
The Lord and Jacob. He was groomed for this. But he didn't know it at the time. He didn't know it at the time. Jump down to verse, keep going.
6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly,
Yes, sir.
and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
So you know Israel, we can have some babies.
Yes, sir.
So there's a lot of Israelites over there. Them Egyptians were like, man, we got to do something about these boys because they getting bigger and they stronger than us and they smarter. Go ahead.
8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
So he didn't know Joseph and his God, a new king, which is his Pharaoh. Go ahead.
And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Look at this. He said, man, they more and they mighty. Israelites are big people. All of us are men and women, bigger than all these nations. And we mightier. That didn't just come by so happen. God made it like that. We got the best bodies, best everything, speed, knowledge, and everything. Because we were the chosen people to do a work, a job, but we fell off and we went into slavery. Go ahead.
10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war,
Yes, sir.
they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the
He
land.
said, look, man, we got to put these on some taskmasters of slavery because these jokers are mightier than all, they smarter, and they bigger. Now, this is what they did to them. Go ahead.
Therefore they did set over them taskmasters
Or slave masters. Go ahead.
to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramesses.
So you mean to tell me who built those pyramids over there? Israel. Because he gave us the knowledge in Exodus chapter 31. We built the Sphinx. We built the pyramid. We built all them the great civilizations. Them jokers didn't know nothing. How I know that? Because God said he gave his information to Israel only. He's saying this for a reason so we can make sure we understand our history. Our history might just didn't start in America with slave history. This whole Bible is a black history book, if you want to call it that. We really don't like to call it black history. But it is a history book of a certain people, which is the children of Israel, and their great gifts that God gave them. I'm just showing you. We weren't just slaves on that ship. We were scientists, architects, engineers. We was all them people, but we couldn't speak the language. We finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 9. Or 6, yeah. Appreciate it. Genesis 6. Let me show y'all the first Titanic. Where do you think they got the Titanic from? The first boat. See, y'all might think this information is like, y'all know this information, but the world don't know this. How many people come up and ask me, say, Jeff, I really didn't know that. It might be old news to y'all because y'all hear it all the time. But this history lesson needs to be taught. Period. Genesis 6 and verse 9. Let's look at our great-great-granddaddy. Noah. Go ahead, brother.
These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God.
Yes, sir. He walked with God. He was perfect in his generation. He didn't say he was perfect. He said he was perfect in his generation. Compared to the rest of them, he looked perfect. Like we looking right now. Go ahead.
And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Shem is the father of the Israelites. It's Abraham daddy. Ham is the father of the Hamites, which are the Africans. And Japheth is the father of the Gentile, which we call white people. Not Edomites. Go ahead.
11. The earth was also corrupt before God.
Yes, sir.
And the earth was filled with violence.
Mm-hmm.
And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
Sounds like that going on right now, right?
Yes, sir.
He said when he come back, it's going to be just like the days of Noah. Corrupt. Crime everywhere. But this time, he ain't going to destroy it by water. He's going to be fire. Go ahead.
13. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me.
Yes, sir.
For the earth is filled with violence through them.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
One thing I like about God, he always have an escape plan for his people.
Yes, sir. Amen.
He give us time. It took Noah about 100 years to build this boat. 100. Because Noah lived to be about 500 or 600 years old. Go ahead.
14. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch.
Noah ain't go to school to be an architect. How he got this information? The Lord gave it to him, to his people. He said, make an ark of gopher wood. What is that? That's a boat. A Titanic. You realize all of them, they had 2 unclean and 7 clean animals. They had all the animals that are in the world today on that boat. So that boat had to be big, like a Titanic. Go ahead.
15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits.
So many tell me we got some coordinates, we got some measurements. God ain't no, God give us the information to build this thing correctly at the right measurements. But people think God just throwing something out there. No, he want to build right. He want everything to be done perfectly as you can. And he gonna make sure he give you the information, give me the information. This is the information of building his ark. Go ahead.
16. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above.
Mm-hmm.
And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof, with lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it.
Well, it's pretty discreet, ain't it? Noah was the first navigator. He was the engineer of that boat, that vessel. He made it and he rode in it. And his family. Go ahead.
And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth,
Yes, sir.
to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die.
I just want to show you that we were engineers building stuff. They gave us the information to build. These are the gifts that we still have today. You know how I know we still have them? Because we still invent stuff. These folks ain't just inventing stuff because they came up with it. It's in our DNA. We the chosen people. But until somebody show us who we are in the Bible, we'll never understand where it came from. Like you thought of it. You ain't thought of this. It was already in you. It was already in you. Let's go to Daniel. Let's get some scientists. Black history taught according to the prophets. The gifts on the boat, it wasn't just slaves. It was a great nation. And these folks bought us for cheap. Well, God sold us cheap because we broke them laws. We're going to go to Daniel 1, then we're going to jump to 3. Verse 1 and then 3. Let's look at some, let's see what else God gave us in these ships. These are Israelites, so-called African Americans. Verse 1, go ahead.
In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar,
Yes, sir.
king of Babylon, into Jerusalem, and besieged it.
Yes, sir. Then when Nebuchadnezzar came into Babylon and took it over, the first ruler of the world. Verse 3, excuse me. Go ahead.
And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs,
Yes,
that he
sir.
should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes.
He said, man, I need some people around me got some sense. Who are these children of Israel? Go ahead.
Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored, and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science.
Understanding what?
Science.
Science. See, this thing right here is a little deeper than what people think now. He gave us everything. He said, understanding of science. Go ahead.
And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
These people, he wanted these people to stand with him because one thing about a king or a powerful man or woman, they don't need no dummies around them. I ain't got time for nobody that don't know more than me. If you want to be on that foolishness, you just keep pushing. I want somebody around here who want to reassure me. I go to you and yeah, you help me out and I help you out. This is what people got to understand. But we keep getting around a lot of, I ain't gonna say dummy, a lot of ignorant people who don't know nothing, who ain't got nothing to give. But ha, laughter, that's it. No substance. But these boys, these men, Israelites, understanding science. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank.
Yes, sir.
So nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
So these boys had a job. The king gave them food, gave them everything they needed for 3 years, because he needed them to do a job, to be his advisors. The Israelites and the eunuchs, but the Israelites gonna outshine the eunuchs, because they ain't have the book. Go ahead.
6. Now among these were the children of Judah,
Yes, sir.
Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Yes, sir. This is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And Daniel. Go ahead.
Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego.
Well, you doing good, boy, because I've been messed all that up. Doing good. Understand about this white man? He always trying to change your name. What's your name, boy? Kunta. Kunta Kinte. No, what's your name, boy? Toby. Same thing. They've been doing this forever. These white folks got their lineage, got their knowledge from their ancestors. Change your name. This is what they do. Keep going.
8. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine of which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
Daniel said, no, I'm gonna stay clean. I'm not gonna eat the king's meat or drink wine. I ain't gonna be the one just doing it, gluttoning it up, or if they got some unclean food or getting drunk. I'm gonna abstain for that because I want to do a good job for the king. I want to shine for God. But you know, some of us we get the job and show up drunk. We get the job and get comfortable. So like, man, you go and do this. I'm a supervisor around here. Knowing you work just like he working. But Daniel said, nah, we gonna slide back from that. We gonna be on a mission right here. We want to be the king of advisors. Go ahead.
9. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs.
So God already gonna favor his people because his people doing right. He gonna take care of them. They gonna be the smartest ones. Go ahead.
10. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse likened than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king.
See, he want to endanger his head to the king. He want to show up with straight mind, understanding, to make sure he doing the job. Daniel the boy and his fellows. Go ahead.
Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
So this boy Belshazzar gonna try to ask him to do something. He wanna try to show him up a little bit. Go ahead.
Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink.
He said, prove thy servant for 10 days. Only thing we're gonna eat is pulse. I looked that up, I didn't know what that was. It's like a dried bean or some type of vegetable. And he said for water, because he wanted to make sure that everything from his skin, everything, mind is clear. Because you know when you eat something, boy, Israel, we get that itis. We go to sleep around here. We eat too much. Now he want to be straight, because he got a job to do. Go ahead.
13. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants.
He said, I want my face to look good. Because a lot of times you eat all this meat, it's not good for you at all. It's not. We're supposed to be on an alkaline diet. There's nothing wrong with eating clean meat, but you got to eat more vegetables, more stuff like that to help your body digest the stuff. We eat too much meat a lot of times. But go ahead.
14. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat.
See, they look better because they drunk water and they ate good food. They ain't get out there and get gluttonous, getting drunk. Like the other rest of them, I ain't saying they got drunk, but they were drinking that wine and all that stuff. But keep going.
16. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse.
Yes, sir. He took it away, gave them pulse. Go ahead.
As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams.
You see what God gave his people? Those were not just slaves on that boat. I'm not saying Daniel was on the boat because he wasn't, but the thing was, he still was a slave right here in the kingdom of Nebuchadnezzar. Who ran Egypt at that time of Babylon? Did Daniel run it? No. Go ahead. 18.
Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes, sir.
And the king communed with them, and among them all was found.
Yes,
none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king.
So they got the job. They got the job. Because they stayed free and clear and understanding. They ain't do like the rest of them. We should take note of this. Everybody, get a job. Make sure you eating right so you go to the job and be clean, whatever, whatnot. Go ahead. What did they do for the king? This is what I'm talking about right here. Go ahead.
20. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm.
Man, we ran circles around there. Because we were working with the Lord's knowledge and we weren't sluggish. And if I was that king, believe me, I want to add some stuff in the world that I want to know. Like these people, the Israelites today, they are falling over one little something thing. Is the earth flat or is the earth round? The book say what the earth is. Let's look at that. Let's look at some science. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. Let's look at some science. I hear